In our other top story, HFD investigators are still looking into what sparked an ambulance fire over the weekend.
The incident has some Honolulu EMS employees worried about their safety. Dylan and Cheta took their concerns to their boss. Now, Dylan, what can you tell us?
Thank you so much. I can tell you that EMS Director Dr. Jim Ireland acknowledges that any disruption to the EMS fleet is concerning. And at the same time, he's also very optimistic about replacing aging fleet vehicles and increasing staffing.
Over the weekend, an EMS ambulance responding to a call on Okoa Street in Waialaiki caught fire. Crews noticed the smoke and flames coming from a wheel well and got the patient out of the ambulance. A fire extinguisher was used, but it wasn't enough to completely put out the flames, and HFD was called.
The ambulances are safe. AES, the mechanics there, do inspect them, but obviously any incident like this is concerning, and that's why we want to do a full investigation.
The ambulance involved recently underwent scheduled servicing with the brake and ignition work completed. EMS says it was a 2020 Ford 350 with just over 100,000 miles. The last major ambulance fire happened outside of the Adventist Health Castle on August 24, 2022. It was caused by an oxygen tank explosion and killed the patient inside and critically injured a paramedic. In light of the recent fire, some EMS workers shared concerns to Hawaii News Now about overheating vehicles, and Director Ireland said some vehicles are gas-powered rather than diesel and do run hotter, so they're working on switching over to more diesel-fueled vehicles. In response to concerns over a supervisor of support services paramedic conducting maintenance, Ireland said this.
Any checking off of an ambulance or signing off of an ambulance is done by a city mechanic, and they're from AES, part of the Department of Facilities Maintenance. So over the weekend we had an ambulance that had I think an electrical issue. He came and looked at the ambulance, but then he brought over a mechanic from AES to do the final check.
As for staffing, the department is always looking to hire qualified individuals. Daily, EMS has 23 ambulances in operation. 14 more recently arrived on island, and several dozen are either available for backup or joining the fleet in the coming months.
For the ambulances we have on the road right now, there's not a staffing shortage. But for where we need to be in a year, we absolutely need to hire, because we're going to try to open up 4 new ambulances. And so we definitely need to hire.
EMS also is working on recruitment plans, eyeing EMT Academy graduates across the island, and is also working on plans to start an EMT Academy in Waianae.
Now, Dr. Ireland added that current staffing issues are more likely seasonal, as some personnel are out on vacation, attending graduations, or out on workers' comp for injuries. Dylan and Cheta, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, Dylan.